And then the way our system works in the house, we have a switch there that says Oncor and generator, and I last night wired in a 7.5 volt transformer to an egg, which is a siren. And so what happens is, right now we're running on Oncor, so this light switch is turned down to Oncor. When the light goes out, we know the lights are out because everything turns off. So we come in here and we open this up, and right here is the bypass where you cannot backfeed the system. So we're on shore power now. We're on Oncor, and the generator is locked off. To go to the generator, I have to flip this over, which will then let this slide up. And once that's up a ½ inch, this will then throw over. This is connected to the cord and the plug on the outside of the house that you saw. And then what we do, and I'm only going to do it for a second, is once we're on the generator, we throw this up. And what you're going to hear is my egg is going to scream. We originally could not hear the beeper that was set up by the electricians, so I put this egg in. And then we know to come back and that we're on, that Oncor has been restored. And so we would turn this off, lower this, and then go back just like we are. And now while we're on Oncor, we are down on Oncor, so there's no squeal. The way that works is there's a plug that comes out of the back that's tied into the hot bus bar, and there's fuses in this. So when the power goes out from Oncor and we throw the generator, this is dead because there's no energy in this panel. As soon as this panel gets energized from Oncor, this thing will start squealing, and I know I need to come in and go to Oncor, back on. This is squealing because we have power from Oncor, so we flip to Oncor and then flip the switches. And that's how it works. In the summer, you saw the natural gas connection out there, and I can run natural gas. And if we're careful, we can run the whole house. That said, in this scenario, as cold as it's been, I've had to leave the generator just flat running and fill it up about every 8 to 12 hours because it's so cold outside that if I let it turn off for 2, 3, 4 hours, I will not be able to restart it. And I actually had to bring it in the house and get it ready, get it warmed up, and then roll it out the back door and fire it up with ether, and it's been running ever since. The other thing is, as cold as it is outside, the generator was running funny after I had it what I thought warm, and I ended up sliding the choke from run, like you would do your lawnmower, back to choke, which you would do when you're starting your lawnmower, and it's currently running on the choke setting, so it's getting less air, more gas, and it seems to be running fine. Our generator is really noisy because of the generator end of it, where the diode, the electrical end of it. Basically, I've got a 13 horsepower horizontal shaft engine, which would be like for a big lawnmower, a lawn tractor. And then it has a thing on the end of it like a giant drill, let's say electric drill. And so what's happening is I'm spinning the drill shaft instead of me forcing power through the outside wiring. And as the inside spins, that causes an electric field to be generated in the outside wires. And then those wires are plugged into the outside of my house that are then run and plugged in. There's 2 of them right here, and that's why I have 240. Your circuit panel actually runs, there's 2 bus bars, which is, each bus bar is 120. So these actually normally would offset. So when you have a 240 switch, like for our clothes dryer or our air conditioner, you actually have one is tied into the bus bar here, and one is tied into a bus bar back here. So then the two wires are picking up 120, 120. Single circuit breakers, this one's tied on the left, pulls off. This one's tied on the right, pulls off. Left, right, left, right. Over here is our 100. I think this feeds my back circuit panel in the back of the house. Another sub panel. This feeds my air conditioner. And that's what you do to keep your load balanced. And then you would go here next. So that is electricity 101 and how my generator set up safely. If I didn't have this and I were able to have that thrown on when the power was dead and I threw my generator on, I would actually be feeding 240 back through the loop and out to Oncor. So a guy would be working on our power lines and he would think that the system is turned off, and it's not. It would be energized from my end. So this was all done to code by an electrician inside and out.